What's going on, everybody? It's NBA All-Star 967 back here with another video, and today, as you can see in the title, will be about the stuff that made NBA 2K13 one of the more iconic 2Ks to me, since it had a lot of fun little game modes that you could play, aside from like the usual stuff that we know and love today, like My Career, and I think that was actually the introduction of my team. So yeah, but first let's actually get started about bringing back one of the more beloved modes to me and some of the people that I talk to. And that is going to be creating a legend, or create a legend, whatever it's called. It needs to be brought back. I still see some YouTubers today doing a bootleg version of creating a legend, where they just go to My League, they get their guy drafted, and then they'll just put they'll go to the settings, and then they'll put the position that they want to play, which means if you have Allen Iverson, you'll put shooting guard. And then once he gets subbed out, you just put Simcast live until he gets subbed back in the game. Which, sure, it's entertaining, I guess, but it does not give the same vibe that actual creating a legend does. One of the things that they could do for creating a legend that would make it just as entertaining or as fun as a My Career mode, because that's basically what it is, except you're not using your created player. You're using your favorite players. Say your favorite player is Giannis. Say your favorite player is John Wall. Well, then you can do that and have the same exact features that My Career has, like requesting a trade, having access to the jerseys you pick, all that stuff. But the only change I ask for is just having us use skill points instead of VC, because then we're going to be buying more VC for a guy that maybe we'll barely even touch. Because sometimes, for content creators, they'll just do it for content. But then for people that just genuinely actually just want to play the game mode, if they're bored or something, then still they shouldn't really having to be wasting their VC if they want to use their VC for my team or My Career. So with that being said, there should be some things to add that could add some spice into the mode, like allowing us to choose another player or two to bring it into the save file of creating a legend so that they can be our rival. So for example, for creating a legend, I would do Derrick Rose, and since I'm using Derrick Rose and he's still in the NBA today, they should delete the Detroit Derrick Rose from the roster, since he would still be in the NBA. Or I don't know how that would work, because then you would have to, no, yeah, you would base it off this draft, import him in, blah blah blah. But I would like to bring in someone like Brandon Roy and Penny Hardaway, who are both players that had injury histories that have some great what-if stories of what they could have been and whatnot. For this idea, though, I was also thinking that we should have absolutely no control over the one or two players that we want to bring in. That's not your creating a legend. So for me, it would just be Derrick Rose. I have no control over Brandon Roy or Penny Hardaway. They would just be there for rivalry purposes, even if that means that, say Brandon Roy gets drafted to the Cavaliers and then Penny Hardaway gets drafted to the Warriors. Just make, even if that means that the Warriors and the Cavaliers game sliders goes a little bit more difficult, I'm perfectly fine with that. That way, or not even just the entire game sliders, but their performance alone increases whenever they play us. I don't know if that would be a badge thing or whatever. I don't know. 2K could figure that part out. But of course, this game mode should start from the NBA draft or free agency, whichever 2K decides to choose. Make it a little bit different from My Career. That way it's not the exact same. But both options should be available instead of just choosing the team we would like to play for, because I could lead New York to glory with Derrick Rose. Or, if I just wanted to do free agency, I would just be like, hey, I'm just trying to go to Chicago, see what would have happened if he never got injured. See what would have happened if, Thibodeau didn't leave him in with a minute 42 left to go when we're already up 11, but that's besides the point. Okay, next thing is going to be the minigames, actually. And what I mean by this is, in 2K13, they had the entire All-Star Weekend thing available. I think it was under features, something like that. But, no, it was actually under game modes. And that's how you were able to access it. And you could literally play 3-point contest, dunk contest, Rising Stars, and the All-Star game itself. And you could pick whatever 3-point shooter you wanted, whatever dunker you wanted. I think you could even choose below average dunkers and below average 3-point shooters. And you could also do historic ones. You could use your My Player. The main reason I just stated all of that is because the only way that you can truly access the All-Star Weekend is through my career, and even then you're not going to get invited to all 4 of them unless you made, I don't know, a 2-way slashing play. Then you're actually going to make, wait, 2-way slashing play, no. It would be like a 2-way 3-level facilitator, there we go. And then you would be the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, and you would make the Rising Stars game, and you would make the All-Star game. But that's only having control of just yourself. And then the other way that you would have access to the All-Star break and All-Star weekend in recent years in general is just through my league. You have to simulate up to that point, and even then you still don't have the freedom of whatever players you want. It's just, hey, if you put Ray Allen in there, he might be in the 3-point contest, but it still might be Stephen Curry, Dame, CJ, I don't know, players like that. Honestly though, I hate how they have the dunk contest now where you have to like press square 2 different times. And on Hall of Fame, I don't even know if I've ever tried it on another difficulty, but on Hall of Fame, it is just terrible. Like, you do not make your dunks at all. Just bring it back to the Guitar Hero style, unless that's like copyright infringement or whatever. Then just put a better way to do it than just double tapping square, basically, because it's just terrible. And then also allow us to do like the skills challenge. It shouldn't be that hard. All you have to do is, you got to go through the little obstacle course, you make your layup, then you go back, you shoot a 3, or actually I forgot about the pass. Make sure you got to do your bounce pass, your regular pass. You know how the All-Star weekend goes. And then you could even bring back like the Shooting Stars challenge, but I think that might be more of like an NBA thing. Like, obviously this is the NBA, but since it's not currently in the NBA, would NBA 2K even be allowed to have that in the game? That's a good question that I just brought up upon myself. But you could also do like horse and pig with like advanced controls. That way it's not just like a jump shot from 35 feet, or let's see, or just like a layup or a dunk. Because what if we want to do like a spin, bounce it, bounce it off the floor, try making it like that, or try saying you're gonna hit all glass, stuff like that, just to make it a little bit more entertaining. Not only that, but I feel like we should also have more freedom, because I didn't actually confirm by going onto the PS3 and going into 2K13 and all that stuff, but like actually make sure that we can use whatever players we would like for the dunk contest, for the 3-point contest. Because what if for a 3-point contest I want to put like Joakim Noah, Dwight Howard, Marcus Camby, see who ends up having the most, considering they all really cannot shoot the ball at all. And then another thing would be having different settings for these contests, especially like for the dunk contest. Have that one like outside, because I think it was like 2K8, 2K9 maybe, where the settings were outside. You can make like Rucker Park, or make like 3-point contests be in the crossover arena, something like that. Oh, and I had another idea actually. I was thinking that this could possibly even tie into my team and make them making a pack out of it, and have the theme pack release around or during the All-Star weekend, and base it off the amount of community wins with the player in the respective All-Star weekend event, and have them titled like something like Community High Flyers, Marksmen, Skills, and Tricksters. And you could also even have the same card art that they had for Spotlight Sim, where it's just like the player, how they look in 2K. Like, for example, let's say the community had the most amount of wins with like Peja, Curry, and JR. You could have Peja be the Galaxy Opal, Curry and JR the Pink Diamonds, and whatever other players that the community had in the next top 3 or 5. And yeah, that's honestly going to do it for today's video. Thank you to whoever stayed till the very end. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave your thoughts and suggestions down in the comment section down below. And finally, hit the subscribe button for more NBA 2K21 news and wishlist videos. This is NBA All-Star 967 signing out. Peace.